Dispatcher trainee Lori Anderson had been on the job only 6 weeks when she received an unsettling 911 call. A woman named Margaret Fisher had said that a man was trying to break into the house. Seconds later, the line went dead. Police officers were immediately dispatched.
On a burglary in progress. Female complainant states a male is at the door, ringing it, trying to get in.
215 en route. 216 en route.
When the phone went dead, I didn't know what was happening. We had no idea if this person we were talking with had been hurt. But at this point, CJ, my trainer, she knew it was time to step in and let me just listen. I'm going to make the call.
We'd gotten her address, phone number, the usual information, and I tried to call her back.
5790 is the one I'm talking about, Di. 72115. The last time we talked to her, she stated he'd kicked the door in. We're calling back at this time.
You never know why someone is forcing entry into someone else's home. And there's a wide range of very unpleasant things that have been done to people that I've dealt with in the past. And I just needed to know what was going on, if I could.
Hello.
This is the police department. Who is this?
This is Mrs. Holt.
Okay, what is going on there?
I think you got a prank call.
I don't think so.
I'm sorry, you want to come out here?
Okay, well, why would you think it's a prank call if I just called and asked what's going on?
Because it's 2 o'clock in the morning, 1:30.
Why are you out of breath?
Pardon me?
You seem to be out of breath.
Because I walked all the way to the phone.
Well, this lady called in, and I could hear the doorbell ringing over the phone, and I heard someone kicking on the door, and then I heard the door open up. So I don't think it's a prank. I think you need to tell me what's really happening there.
Well, if you want to come out here, you come on out.
We are out there, but I want you to tell me what's happening. 216-215, call back indicates male on the line, stating he doesn't know what we're talking about. He's out of breath, possible suspect.
Your mind is going a million miles a second trying to think of something to keep him on the phone until the officers get there. If he's wasting his energy talking to me, he's not beating up on someone. He's not raping someone. He's not shooting someone.
What is going on?
There is nothing going on, miss.
That is baloney. Why did this lady, very, very frightened, was on the phone? Who else is there in that house with you?
Is there anyone else here?
What?
There's no one else here?
There's somebody in the background, isn't there?
Hold on 1 second.
What? Hi, this is the police department. Uh-huh. Were we just speaking with you? Uh-huh. And who is this man?
I don't know. It's okay.
No, it's not okay, and we're going to be inside your house in a second, but tell me who he is. Do you know him?
No.
Does he belong there?
No.
Have you ever seen him before in your life? Has he hurt you?
Almost.
Well, why don't you put him back on the phone with me, okay, ma'am? Tell him I want to talk to him again.
They want to talk to you.
Hello.
Okay, please tell me what's going on.
This is my mother here. She was just freaking out.
Okay, why couldn't you tell me this in the first place?
Because she was grabbing the phone from me.
The thought ran through my mind, we have little old ladies that get very confused that don't know who their family is. And the guy was so insistent that it was a very slight possibility. Everything's okay, and she's just freaking out.
Okay, now let's just start from the beginning, okay?
Sure.
Why did you have to, kick in your own door? Why is she so afraid?
I didn't kick it in. She opened it.
Son, I think. Why was she so afraid?
Because she thought it was someone else. I don't know.
She still sounded like she was afraid.
Mom, are you afraid?
This is not working.
She said no.
It doesn't matter what she just said. I want you to tell me what the deal is.
We weren't sure what we had. It sounded more like a family fight.
Officer Roger Williams arrived within 2 minutes.
216 to the area.
216-133.
He waited outside for additional information and backup units.
215 arrived. 216, do you have anybody on the line at this time?
10-4, the male. He's indicating that he thinks his mother's freaking out and that he kicked the door down to get in his own house.
10-4, I can hear noises coming from the rear of the house.
We had told the officers we had contact back in the house, so they were holding off.
You may have a hostage situation if he knows that the police are outside, and that's the last thing we want.
As far as I knew up to that point, there was a suspicious man, and there was Miss Fisher in the house. All I wanted was to get to the bottom of what was happening.
Okay, just start from the beginning, very simply.
Okay, I came home from a bar, drunk.
Uh-huh.
And when I came home, she was sitting there. She was all afraid.
When you came home, she was she called us after you started ringing the doorbell and kicking on the door.
Yeah, because she thought it was someone else.
Did you think of yelling out, Mom, it's me?
No, I didn't. I'm sorry.
It probably would have. What is going on? What is going on?
There's nothing going on.
Baloney, tell me what's going on.
There's nothing going on.
Why is she screaming?
Because.
No, that's supposed to not because. Tell me what is going on.
There's nothing going on, Mom.
That is baloney.
I'm sorry.
I don't think you think I'm a cretin that is going to think nothing's going on.
There's nothing going on?
That's baloney. I don't believe it for a second.
And the line went dead. I wasn't sure what it was I heard. I didn't know who had been shot at or had been shot, if anyone had.
Something happened and she screamed and there was a rustling around.
I wanted to pick up the phone again and talk to me. I was totally cut off at that point from information.
Units on 3rd West, mention of a gun.
Officers Williams and Jensen rushed to cover the front and back exits.
I walked up to the front door where I couldn't be seen. It came together real fast that it was a robbery.
Mike, I've got a guy inside the house. He's screaming at somebody. You want to come out here? We can go in the front.
He turned, and I saw that he had a gun. He was coming out the front door. We wanted to prevent a hostage situation and let him come out on his own.
Got a gun. It runs through your mind, this may be it. Maybe the only way to stop him was with the use of deadly force.
Are they inside yet?
Police, drop the gun now!
I can't. Tell me what's happening.
He got the gun and
He's got a gun.
They got him.
What is he? Why is he? Are the police there?
Huh?
Okay, the police have got this man.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any idea who he is?
No, I never seen him before.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
Oh.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
Did he hurt you at all?
I'm taking care of somebody that has had such a bad heart.
I'm sorry.
It was in that part of the conversation that I finally figured out there was a third person in the house.
This Mr. Holt had the gun in the bedroom. He got out of bed and...
I realized that Mr. Holt is the one that shot at the burglar.
The police officer? Talk to the police. Ma'am? Hello? Hello?
All that the man had managed to take was $86 that Margaret had found in the house. Richard Holt suffered minor injuries as a result of his struggle with the intruder, but no one was shot.
Stand up. Come on, let's go. According to the details in the report, the guy was looking for an easy hit for some drug money. If the dispatcher hadn't have distracted him with the telephone, it could have really deteriorated into a serious situation. I think the lives of the older gentleman and the woman may have been in danger.
There's no set plan. There's no policy or procedure you can find to tell you how to handle stuff like that. It's something you learn after a long period of time doing this.
Looking back on the situation, being a trainee, I think that if I had been on my own with this call, I may have believed him and said, okay, goodbye, rather than keeping him on the line.
I've never talked to a burglar before. I've never had one pick up the phone before. They don't usually answer the phone. And it was just lucky that he decided to pick up that ringing phone and spend some time chatting with me.
4-6, we've got one in custody with a gun.
The suspect arrested that night was charged with aggravated burglary and aggravated robbery and pleaded guilty to 1 count of burglary. One month later, the events of that night still haunt Margaret and Richard.
After I fired the gun, he just kept coming after me. It didn't faze him a bit.
Richard remembers how close he came to losing his life.
When the guy put the gun in my head, I thought it was all over. I really did. I know I could have been gone in a split second.
The night after the incident, Margaret returned to take care of Richard.
I was so scared. I was thinking that Nobody was coming. Nobody showed up. And I didn't know what to do. I started to run outside, and then I thought, what'll I do if he does something to Richard?
She stayed calm. She answered my questions. She kept picking up the phone, and she did as good with a bad situation as she possibly could.
She's a lot of comfort to me. She's become a good friend of mine. And I look forward to her coming in at night. I really do.
Next.
They were thrashing their tails, and if you ever hit with one of the tails, it gets to be like a fly being hit with a fly swatter. You would just be instantly killed. There's no question there.